But young people are interested in this, and I think that's one of the things that we're trying to do a better job of understanding, how to unlock that door that gets younger people excited about flying, as so many of us were in our teens.
More than ever, AOPA's priority is to get more people in the air. The association's 2012 theme is Keep 'em Flying.
Way back at the onset of World War II, the military needed to find a way to recruit pilots. And the motto or the theme they developed was Keep 'em Flying. And we thought that was just perfect for 2012. And what we're trying to do is to make sure we're introducing people to flying.
At the Northwest Aviation Conference, Fuller challenged the audience to get involved and help GA take off after a tough few years.
As we come out of, admittedly slowly, but as we come out of this economic downturn, we really want to do everything we can to encourage people to continue flying, and if they're not flying, if they've thought about flying, to get into it.
And one way to do that is to improve the flight training experience.
One of the programs we've launched in this Keep 'em Flying year is a Flight Training Excellence Award that will be given at our Aviation Summit in Palm Springs this October. And the idea behind this is driven by experiences in management with the Baldrige Award or in healthcare with Leapfrog, programs that really recognize excellence and drive people to do more of what works. And we're determined in this effort to try to increase the number of people who successfully become pilots.
And AOPA is adding new tools to help the student pilot succeed.
We've created, for those of you who are thinking about learning to fly, a website called My Flight Training. And My Flight Training gives you the ability to actually track your progress, understand what you should expect. We communicate back and forth with you, our experts do. And I think that's a tool that will help people as well.
Another way to help keep pilots in the air is the so-called driver's license medical for pilots exercising recreational pilot privileges. That's the substance of a petition that EAA and AOPA will jointly submit to the FAA before the end of March.
And the idea is to take what we learned from the light sport aircraft community about the validity of using a driver's license, if you will, in lieu of a third-class medical. The FAA has had reservations about this, to say the least. We think there's a chance, it's not a foregone conclusion to be sure, but we think there's a chance that if we produce the evidence that exists, that no light sport aircraft pilot has had an incident that's related to his or her health. And if we could take that and extend it to aircraft under 180 horsepower, using, flying daytime VFR, 2 people in the plane. If we could use that, maybe we can create a method by which an individual can gain an exemption from the third-class medical requirement.
Now, the success of that petition is far from certain. But what is certain, though, is that finally, the FAA has a budget.
We've been successful at getting the FAA reauthorization bill done after 23 extensions. We have strong support in Congress, which is good because the Obama administration has once again proposed a user fee. This would be a $100 fee on aircraft operations. They say starting with jets, but we know it would expand. And so we're out here to make sure that people understand they need to talk to their member of Congress, they need to talk to their United States Senator, they need to make sure that there's still strong opposition in Congress to this sort of a plan.
But as important as it is to tell Congress no to user fees, it is even more important to spread the story of general aviation to everyone.
We need to tell that story because more people need to understand the value of general aviation. They need to understand the passion we have for it. We need to bring more people into it and build even more support for this thing that we love.
At the Northwest Aviation Conference in Puyallup, Washington, Warren Morningstar, AOPA Live.